Okay, I think it's going.
Okay. So I was wondering if you watched the YouTube video I made.
I did
This just like
a while ago, but I don't remember it, I guess.
okay, yeah, that's fine. I just thought it was interesting that you picked this one. But what you did was fine. In this situation, you're a bit low. So normally here you do this one.
Okay.
And the reason for that is because J3 is low, so you can't really build much in this area. So
Yeah.
you kind of want to fight over the corner.
Yeah, as soon as I played 03, I was like, no, this is too low. Shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. So if we were to invade here, or maybe even here, you get to sort of start a fight. Either take the corner, or you can like fight like this.
Okay.
So it works a little bit better. But here it's just too easy to either take the corner, or I can shoulder hit like this.
Mhm.
And it's just a little bit too low.
Right.
And same here. Well, if you're going to respawn defensively, it would have been better to play high here because you have the stone at J3.
Right. Yeah, that's why I played high up at the top. It's because I wanted to play 04 instead at the bottom. But I think that the J3 stone is important. It looked like it once I played it.
Mm-hmm. But the thing with this one is this move is played when you want to build something. And because F16 is here, it's hard to build. Right? Like I could do something like this and attack the whole thing while building the top side.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
So it's a little bit better. So here is where you should play low. Because now if I were to do something like this, then it's not as bad for you. You just take the corner here, I have to try and defend this area, which there's some weakness here.
Right.
And then there's also weakness here now.
Mm-hmm.
And I jump in here. I thought this was okay, but you should do this Atari.
Okay.
And then probably 3 space.
Okay.
And the reason for the Atari is because if I connect here and later I try to capture, you Atari first, and then you can Tanuki.
Right.
But in the game, when I got to play there first, I had all these forcing moves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, notice.
Which in the game...
Oh, I was just saying that. Yeah, I noticed the forcing moves because you played them. Let's make a bad joke.
Yeah. Although here you can Atari. Because I can't do this one because it's still on Atari.
Oh, okay. I read that wrong.
Yeah, so here I would just connect and then you get to connect.
Okay.
But here I think it's a little bit too far, and then like if I were to do something like this, I can maybe make you weak because your say 17 is a little bit too far, and you don't have 2 eyes there yet. So I went to this corner. And then this one also, I think you probably should probably just back off like this. Take Sente.
Okay.
But then it's kind of hard to find what you want to do next. Like you, might be a bit weird, but there's stuff like these attaches to try and reduce the side and get something in return. This one is pretty big,
Okay.
or trying to defend the top side.
I was looking at R8. I was trying, or at least threaten to play R8,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I built strength facing that way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the issue with this one though is I kind of take your corner, and then because I have this push here, I'm still taking quite a bit of the side.
Okay.
So it's kind of like you gave me the corner, but you didn't quite get that much. And in the game, I even got to block here as well. And then you have to defend, I defend. And then later, I still have a move over here to reduce these points.
Right.
And you went here, which I thought this was pretty good. This also is pretty good. I actually didn't see this one.
I wasn't sure if it worked, but I thought I'd go for it.
Yeah, I think it does work. And I should Atari here for the same reason that Q18 or this one should be played. Is that now if you were to connect here, And then if you try to take this stone, I have this Atari.
Right.
But in the game, I didn't have that. So like here, I can't really do this one now. There's this guy here.
Right.
And you cut to be aggressive, which I think is good, because I think you are probably a little bit behind here.
Mm.
And then here you're defending, and then I'm defending. But this one I think is a bit slow. I'm not quite sure what you were trying to do with this one.
It was slow, but I think you can kill the cutting stone though without it. I think I owe that move.
I can, but it's not that big. Like, you can't really kill the center group. And if you do, like, let's say you played something like this, and then I took the time to, like, you can't really do this. You probably lose a little bit too much there. But if you just did something like here, you let me capture, then you have extra moves here. So you're gaining a lot more on the top than what I gained by capturing that single stone.
Okay.
So unless you were planning to kill me, I don't think it's worth saving it. Just here you just gave me Sensei to further reduce your top area. And make myself stronger on the outside as well. And then I got these. And again, you can do this one. And then I got this one, which is probably the last big point on the board. Then I think you misread the net, or maybe you thought it was a ladder.
I thought it was a ladder, and then once I read it was a net, I decided that I was just going to use it to get the one group, the side group out.
Okay.
So yeah,
but here it
two stones
seems
in
quite
or so.
difficult. Yeah.
I read that
Like,
the ladder didn't work for black.
yeah, but it's easier to use it if, like, with this peep here. Like, you still have this peep here, or if you wanted to jump out, you can just jump out,
Okay.
and then use the peep later. But when you force me to capture you here, and you're also just giving me free points, it seemed better for white. And then I still got Sensei.
I guess I was unsure of how strong the left group was, I guess.
And you can also kind of see is if it's something like this, or I guess we can say the peep, something like this, I don't have two eyes yet. Where, like, if you get a move around here or something, I take, you can throw in, and then I'm still not alive.
Okay. I didn't see that at all.
Yeah, like, it probably won't happen, but it's potentially there. But when you do this one,
Yeah.
now after I take, I'm alive no matter what.
Right. Okay.
And you go here, which is growing your area, which I thought was pretty good. Probably the wrong time to sneak in. You kind of have to do this, and then I try to build this one, then you might have to block here to try to keep the bottom.
Okay.
But this one... Go ahead.
It still looked like your center was bigger than mine, though, so that's why I played a little more.
Yeah. That might be true. You had better ways to... Like, you can attach here.
Oh, yeah. I guess I could.
Yeah, the way you played, it made it too easy for white. Like, it's just really easy for white to defend here. But if you attach here, it's like, if I go here and defend this one, you get to Atari and push through here. So there's just lots of things. If I go on the outside, you go here, then you can attach again. And I get to keep quite a bit, but black got to reduce quite a bit. There's still some weakness on the R15 area. And then you can come back to here and try to do something like this.
Okay.
And white's probably still ahead, but it's much better than the game. But here, it was just a little bit too easy for black, or for white to just block.
Right.
And then here, I don't think it's quite possible for you to get out. That cut didn't quite work.
Yeah, another misread ladder.
Yeah.
Theme of the day, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was just the little details. I don't think you made any huge mistakes, but
Well, that's good.
just a lot of little ones.
They seem to be effective mistakes. Effective at me losing.
Well, mistakes definitely build up over time. But yeah, I think it was just fixing those little things, and that's about all I can say for this one.
Okay.
Did you have any other questions, or?
Can you go over that Joseki again at the beginning? Because I completely forgot it.
Corner?
The top left.
Okay. What you played was fine. Like, you can do this one, you can also go one space further.
Okay.
But the idea with this one is you can also just go here directly. And later, there's this attach here. But it's not too big. Like, it can get complicated.
Okay.
So what you did was the more simple way, where you kind of just block it.
Okay.
And then if you go here, and it's supposed to be just keeps you like pretty light. You're not making a heavy group.
Right. Yeah, I was trying to play simply. I have a tendency to complicate the game. So I try to not do that against stronger players.
Yeah. Another thing you did in the game, though, is that you played this push here when you should be doing this one. If white does cut here, if RA takes, then you can just Tanuki.
Okay.
Not sure what it looked like in the game. There was a one space difference. But you went here, so if you went here, and white tries to do something like this, then you just make a base here. And then your group is pretty much alive. And white has to be careful with the corner. So like if you get this, white probably have to jump out.
Okay.
Black does have the ladder, so white or black has this one.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, so I didn't think you did anything too bad in the upper left.
I guess I thought letting you take the C16 stone was bigger than it turned out to be. Now that you put it on the board.
Yeah, sometimes that's one of the hardest things to learn is to learn how to sacrifice small things. Like at first, people get attached; they don't want to get rid of it or sacrifice anything.
Right. I can sacrifice things. I just have terrible board sense, and I can't tell how small a sacrifice is.
One thing to look at is to see how important that stone is. Like if it's an important cutting stone of a group that you're trying to kill, then it's pretty big. But if it's a stone that already did its purpose, and there's really nothing left for it, then you don't really need it. Like here, the purpose was to make your D14 and D11 stones slightly stronger, and it did that.
Okay.
So at this point, there's really nothing left for it to do, so you can just give it away.
Okay.
And take Sente. And it's the same with the B15 stone. It was to help you get Sente so that you could play C8. So now saving this stone is also not big. Again, you just let them take it, and then you have Sente again to do something else.
Okay.
So things I would focus on sacrificing, trying not to miss moves like this, and not spreading yourself too far. Like I said, here is just a little bit too far because the right side is weak, and then your J17 also can't live locally if white were to invade.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to both undercut and extend from my group at the same time.
Yeah, so maybe just trying to do a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But again, like 3 is fine because if white is this, you can attach on top.
Okay.
But at 4 spaces, it's a lot harder. It's like if you go white Hane, I'm out, then it's really hard for you to actually connect and you get cut off.
Okay. I see. Although I did have a problem with playing too over-concentrated, and so now I'm taking it the other way. I'm playing.
Yeah, that's actually a good way to learn. That you want to go from one extreme to the other, and then try to find the balance in the middle.
Right. Maybe someday.
Yeah, it definitely takes time. And the more games you play and review, the faster it goes, normally.
That's what people keep telling me. Play more games.
Mhm.
Maybe I should take that advice.
Well, everyone's different, so just because it works for some people doesn't mean it works for everybody.
No, I mean that's. I mean, I watch videos and read books and stuff all the time, but I just don't play enough games. That's why I'm as weak as I am, I guess.
Yeah. Based on my experience, I think it should be 50-50, where everything you study, you try to play a game to where you're trying to do what you studied. So if you just worked on, Joseki, try to play that Joseki in your game. If you just worked on invading, work on invading, so that you actually are using what you learned. Otherwise, you just forget it.
Right. Yeah, and I did that. I've done that for basically years, though, of watching videos and reading books.
Yeah. So because you're not playing enough, you might just be at the time you're learning it, but then because you don't use it, you just forget it.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's it. Unless you have any other questions.
I don't think so. It's a pretty short game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, there was no big mistakes that we had to go over. I think it was just a whole bunch of tiny little mistakes that kind of added up.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's normally a good sign. You just got to start working on the little things.
Those are the hardest to stop doing, though. That's the tricky part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's so many of them, and normally when you fix one tiny thing, it creates another tiny thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I hope you learned something.
I did, yes. I have a good rule for sacrificing that I hadn't thought of, I guess. But that'll be nice.
Yeah, you just gotta practice it.
Probably start sacrificing things that are too big now, though.
Well, that's part, like I said, you go from one extreme to the other.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and so you're going to start sacrificing too much, and then you're going to have to get smaller, and then try to find the balance that you're comfortable with.
Right. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later then.
Sure. Hey, at least you got one win in today.
Yes, I did.
Stream.
Yeah, that was a frustrating stream. No wins.
Blame it on the chat.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for the game and the review.
Yes. Yeah, been a good job on winning the DDK League.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's been going on for a while. I guess it's pretty popular.
The DDK League?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, we got a lot of double-digit Q players. I think I'm pretty far down on the list this month. Though I'm not certain if how much longer I can be in it, to be honest. Because I'm 8K here, but it's a little bit. I cheated a little bit. I had a 6Q resign a game for me, just to get my rank to move a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Because it had been stuck at 16K for a while, so I'm just letting it even out now. But we'll see.
Yeah, sometimes you have to do that. KGS has a lot of times where if you play too many games, it gets stuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I lost too many.
But yeah, I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Thank you again.
Yep, thank you.
Bye.